this week's Talking Codswallop. I am Gemma.
And I'm James.
And this is the episode that we've all been waiting for. It's that episode where we're just going to rant and rave and give you the Codswallop. Woo, woo, woo.
That's why I'm so happy. It's why I'm so happy, because I get to be grumpy.
Yes.
On purpose.
We do love a grump. So, obviously, we alluded to this on last week's episode. And yeah, this is a back-to-back episode. But to be fair, we did make you wait in January. So, you know, who knows? It might become a weekly podcast again in the future. But I think we're going to stay to fortnightly for now. But we thought we couldn't hold back giving you this little treat of Codswallop. And it's pure Codswallop as well.
It is. And to be fair, neither of us get out enough for it to become a weekly podcast. You've got to give us time to venture out forth into the wild.
Exactly. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. However, I have got a list as long as my arm, but I know that we've also got a joint one. So we're just going to get straight into it, tadpoles. Hopefully you're entertained by this. If you're not, what can we do?
Please note, so the record shows, Gemma has really short arms. We call her T-Rex.
Yeah. T-Rex making a bed.
So yeah, I think our joint one is probably about a certain supermarket, isn't it?
It is, yes. But I'm going to let you lead for the moment, and I'll chip in with mine.
I try not to shop at them because I've noticed them doing this more often lately, but especially over Christmas time, it becomes a lot harder to pick and choose as to who you wish to give your service to. So unfortunately, I found myself in the place where every little helps.
Yes.
This being Tesco. And I discovered something that I genuinely cannot stand. And it's not even like just, a little bit of Codswallop kind of stuff, like, ooh, I don't like the way they lay their shops out, or I don't like the way they arrange their fruit. No. This, for me, I feel like is bordering on illegal. And it is their club card prices.
Yes.
That has really started getting up my nose, because I noticed at one point it was nearly a third more expensive to buy it without your club card.
Yeah, which is disgusting, isn't it? Because like, if you've got one and you've forgotten it at home, you're going to have to pay that extra money, aren't you?
Not just that, but in my case, I have a club card account. I have been locked out of it for the last 14 years because my ex-wife uses it.
Oh,
so I can't re-register my account. So I'm not setting up a whole new email account just to have a club card.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons I don't use them. But again, over the Christmas period, like having to nip in and buy last minute stuff and genuinely trying not to hurt someone. When a staff member's going, oh, I know. It's like, oh, it's just the way things are. It shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be. No.
If you're saying you can charge it this cheap, I pay cheap price.
Yes. But to be fair, and this is to, like, I was thinking about this, obviously we've sort of previously discussed this, but I was thinking about this the other day, that we had a moment where there was somebody who went into Tesco's, the local one to me, and I think we said the supermarket, if not, it's Tesco's. Basically, the customer was buying batteries. And I tried to say that properly because normally I say batteries. Batteries with my awesome accent.
The T's are optional.
Yeah. So he was trying to buy batteries, and obviously, was willing to pay what the price was and stuff. But the actual person behind the counter, she said, "Has anyone got a club card?" Because he didn't have one. Yeah, I said, obviously I did. So it meant that he got it at the discounted price. So it was like just a simple tap. So in that case, like the member of staff was really trying to look after the customer there, so it's really awesome.
Yeah, that's what you want, is like the staff are even like, yeah, this is obnoxious, can anyone help? My biggest problem I've got is my new wife, the current one.
Yeah.
Until I decide to change out again. The current one. Her credit card is also her club card.
Oh.
Which I think is kind of like double sharky.
Yeah.
Because not only she has to be really careful to scan her club card first before she scans any items. Otherwise, it charges on the credit card as well. It uses because obviously it's a credit card.
Yeah.
It is a method of payment as well as a club card. So whenever she goes, she has to scan her credit card first, then scan the items, and then put the credit card away to scan the debit card. Because if she doesn't, she ends up putting like a meal deal through on a credit card with 30% APR.
Yeah, no, which 100% you don't need. No, that's
you do
weird
not.
that it's not separate. That is weird that
Yeah.
it's not separate.
Yeah, it's like it's one of the bonuses is apparently not only is it yeah.
I just did air quotes, but bonus bunny ears.
Yeah, the bunny ears bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you get extra points for using your credit card. So I hate it. I hate the world.
Yeah, me too.
I hate it all. I hate it all. Bring back cash.
Yeah,
Let me go back. Can I not just relive the 90s over and over and over again?
of course you can. I give you permission.
Every 10 years, I just re-wake up and it's 1990 again.
Oh, it's like Groundhog Decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time it hits New Year's Eve on 1999, just as about to turn into the millennium, it goes back to 1990, but you still grow old. How amazing would that be?
I suppose. Although, do you have to grow old? Can you not just minimum? Can you like half grow old? So, it's like I would be instead of being 42 as I am, I could be like 34 and a little bit more healthy.
No.
No.
We're already bending the laws of time and space as it is. Let's not take the piss, shall we?
Oh. No,
I want to be permanently 22.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't an idiot then.
Yeah, well, we all were. We were all idiots at that age. Yeah, also with Tesco's as well, the other part that I had was that I have got a club card, and every year or every other month or whatever, you get sent out vouchers.
Yep.
If you spend £50 in Tesco's, then you get £7 off, which sounds amazing. But then you think about it and you're like, I wasn't going to spend 50 quid in Tesco's, so why have I just spent, 42, is it 42 or 43? Yeah, 43 pounds in Tesco's just so I can have the £7 off.
Yeah, I have to spend 50 quid, but I'll get 7 back.
Yeah.
But you only wanted to spend 30 quid, so you're still technically £13 out of pocket.
Yeah.
Once you take everything into account. And you usually end up buying it on things that you don't need.
Yeah.
So again, our household's really bad for food waste.
Yeah, ours is too, sometimes.
We'll buy something and we'll think, oh, we'll have that. And then we just never get round to buying it. And I'm trying to get better at it. But that's the kind of scenario you'd end up with, because it's like you're spending money for the sake of spending money to get a minimal return.
Yeah, yeah, which is ridiculous.
I think the only time it's ever really worked is like double points. But even then, what do you spend the points on?
Not prizes.
Exactly. Yeah. Or more vouchers. That's the problem. Points earn you more vouchers that are completely useless. And I remember when my dad used to get them, they were tailored to what we bought. And again, I've been out of the loop for 14 years since I've not been able to access them. So I'm not sure if that's still the case.
No, it's not the case anymore.
So now it's just generic. You spent X amount with us, see what happens.
We'll give you £7 off, sort of thing. Yeah, that's what the vouchers are now. It's not like 20% or whatever off of a can of baked beans or whatever. Yeah, obviously I'm picking random things, but that's what the vouchers used to sort of be. Or you'd get like, it was discounted, or it would be like 49p for this instead of £1.50. Whatever.
Yeah. It was usually like, you've bought so many of these, here's a discount code to knock the price down on your next one. Like if you bought Mr. Socks' food,
we have to feed him.
Yeah, well, unfortunately. Just don't do it too much. Okay. But yeah, like you'd get the voucher for and this voucher will get you half price off your next bag of food if it's on dry biscuits.
Yeah.
That's what it used to be. But now it seems to be just, here's money off when you buy clothes from us. You've never done it, but
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what it is, unfortunately. But yeah, so boo to Tesco's. Yeah. Although I still will come in and buy my meal deals with you. It's a shame you can't use, although actually I found a sneaky way, and I don't know if I should say this,
Aldi meal deals are better.
Yeah, it wasn't about that. It was it's about if you go into the I am wondering because this is sneaky.
Yeah, but is it
Yeah, go on.
illegal sneaky?
It's not illegal. Well, it is technically because the voucher isn't applicable. However, there is a little bypass thing. Oh, fuck it. I love the salty tadpoles. I'm going to tell them. So if you're a driver and you have petrol, obviously, or diesel, but whatever, if you go into one of the petrol stations and you can put £50 in your car of petrol, as long as when they've pulled up the price and you scan your club card, tap your club card, or scan it or whatever, and then give them the voucher, it actually does take the £7 off.
Hey!
But the only thing is that if you've given them the voucher and they've put tried to put the voucher in, and you haven't scanned your club card, it doesn't work because it's not supposed to be used against petrol.
I think do one better.
Go on.
Buy £49 worth of petrol and a Mars bar.
Oh yeah, I mean you could do that as well. Yeah.
Because then officially the voucher is being used on the Mars bar.
Yeah,
that will tip you over the £50.
Yeah, exactly.
And that makes it eligible because it's food.
It is. It does.
So you not only you get £7 off, you get a chocky bar as well.
Yeah, exactly. Woohoo! Says the diabetic.
Says the diabetic on a diet.
Yeah, well, although I haven't gained, I was having a bad week last week. I haven't gained anything this week, so I'm happy, and now I can start my diet again after we have a Chinese tonight.
Touchwood.
Yeah, we're having a Chinese or takeaway tonight because fuck it, I'm in that kind of mood.
It's fine. Chinese food's got vegetables in it. That's healthy.
Exactly. I'm not worried.
Ignore the salt and the MSG, but still got spring onions in it. You'll be fine.
Although some places can actually take the MSG out of it.
Yeah, but then what's the point?
Yeah, it doesn't taste as nice, does it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Might as well eat the cardboard it comes in.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So we've beaten up Tesco's.
Yes. Who's our next victim?
Right. I've got 3. So I'm going to use my 3 now, and then we're going to end with James's big one at the end. Oh, that's what she said.
You're filthy.
I know. So my first one at the top of the list is actually, I've just remembered I have 4, but one is very short. I'll go with the short one first, actually.
Just like you.
I'm not short. I'm 5'11". I'm shorter than you, but I'm 5'11".
Everyone's shorter than me. I'm 6'3".
Yeah. Well, somebody who's 6'4" isn't shorter than you. So there we have it.
Yeah, but we don't have anyone 6'4" anymore, do we?
No, not anymore. I'm going to start with a short one. As I think I've said on the podcast, I've been watching Riverdale, which I'm now completed. Absolutely love the show, and I'm kind of missing it already. Did you ever watch Riverdale?
No. Is that the one that's based on the Archie comics?
Yes.
But like the gritty version?
Yes. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. I really loved it, and I really, I was hooked on watching it, and it took me a while because I had to pause it a couple of times because like Stranger Things came back and stuff like that. So, but for the most part, I
was busy. I had other things to watch.
Yeah, exactly. But consistently, I pretty much did watch this show, and I think I'm actually really missing it. That said, there is a Codswallop involved in it.
Right.
That every season or series, because we're British, there would be a singy-songy episode, which drove me up the fucking wall because I hate, like, I'm kind of impartial when it comes to musicals, but it's like, why have they got to, in Riverdale, why have they got to have
the Christmas episode?
It's not a Christmas episode necessarily, but there's always one, and it's always the second to last episode, and you need to watch it because it tells you something interesting in the story that you need to know for like future episodes.
The next
kind of
episode.
Thing. Yeah, exactly. And it's just so frustrating because they're like, all of a sudden they all know the singing and dancing, and it's like, no, come on, guys. I hate it.
I kind of know where you come from in the sense of it's hard on a rewatch. Like, if it aired in December, then obviously having a Christmas-themed episode is not necessarily a bad thing. trying to rewatch it in July,
Yeah.
it's kind of weird then hearing Christmas music and seeing snow and everything else.
It
So I
wasn't.
can kind of see where you're coming from, but I still think this is more of a you problem.
Yeah, it wasn't a Christmas. It wasn't a Christmas episode. It's like a musical episode. So it's a musical episode.
You're okay with musical episodes, like musicals as a format,
Yes.
but when they suddenly, I see what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
when they do the special episodes of suddenly everyone singing and dancing, and they never have done before.
Yes, that's it.
That's become a very modern thing.
I know, and it's annoying.
Because I noticed it they did it in Star Trek, in Brave New World, which is the pseudo set before Captain Kirk.
Okay.
And they had a weird musical episode with singing Klingons, and it was just mental because it just didn't work.
No.
Now I remember when I was a kid, I remember the Buffy episode that came out, and they did the musical.
Yeah.
But they at least had a kind of in-world excuse for it, in that it was a global curse.
Mm-hmm.
They were singing because it was cursed.
Yeah.
They weren't singing just because, randomly out of nowhere. It was because they were all put under a spell.
Yeah.
And again, it all stopped at the end of the episode, and everyone went, well, that was weird.
Yes.
And then it never happened again. So I get what you mean, where it's like, I don't mind musicals. I don't mind musical episodes if they make sense.
Yep.
But all of a sudden, I don't want to watch Holby City on Ice just because I'm just, that. But that's the kind of thing it would be like if suddenly an a pipe burst in Holby City, and the A&E is covered in water and then freezes over, and everyone starts ice skating.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a stupid premise, but at least it kind of makes sense in that. Yeah, there was a pipe burst, and now they've got ice and water everywhere. But it's like, and the songs don't have anything to do with the plot. I know what you mean, where it's like, this is literally a normal episode just set to a soundtrack.
Yeah.
And there's no need. You could have had a normal episode and carried on with it. Sorry, I get what you mean now. When you say special episodes. I thought you meant like holiday specials, which are a bit jarring ones. But no, it's like when they change, like, if a live action show suddenly became animated for one episode for no explanation.
Yeah.
You're watching something with real people, and then the next episode, it's all the same voice actors, all the same voices, but the whole thing's animated for no reason. It would be like, hang on, am I watching the same show?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is showing their talents and the fact that they can sing. And I know that there's also connected to it is Josie and the Pussycats, which also character-wise, I couldn't stand Josie. But anyway, that's a different story. That's just my opinion on her, because she was very whingy and moany. So
most modern characters are now, especially the protagonist. You're supposed to find it endearing, and it's, no, I'm a parent. Anything whines at me, and my instinct is smack it round the back of the head, tell it shush.
Yeah,
in a loving way, of course. In a loving way,
of course. Well, I mean, you wouldn't hate your child like that, but any other person's child, it might be a different story.
I only smack other people's kids.
Yeah, exactly. Give him a Liverpool kiss.
Record, I do not strike children. I strike their parents. It's much more fun.
Fair enough. Right, my next one.
Next.
This was just before Christmas. I had to go and pick up a prescription, and I chose to get it sent to Asda, because Asda in Weymouth has got a pharmacy. Not all of them have, but most of them do, I think. So I got the prescription from the doctor.
Yep.
Can't remember what it was for. Many of my other illnesses, probably antibiotics for something. And bum worms. Yeah.
Gemma's got bum worms.
Yeah.
Sorry. What's that blinking red light mean?
It's about to go off.
As are you.
Yeah. So I'm stood in the queue, as a Brit is chosen to do. We
as we do. It's a national sport.
It is a national sport. This might blow your mind, James.
Foreign listeners.
Well, kind of. So I'm assuming Polish, because she sounded sort of Polish, but Polish girl was sat at the side, but I was there first. I was way before her, but she just came and sat in one of the chairs. And then as soon as the woman behind the counter was free, this Polish girl sort of pushed and ran over and said, "I've got this prescription to pick up." And I was like, my God. But I thought she had an appointment. So initially I was kind of like, I'm all right with this, because I thought she had an appointment that, she was waiting for because she was on the chairs. But then I was realizing that she'd put her prescription in. Me and this woman behind, we were just like, me, 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 me. We were just
and then you noticed the Polish girl, and then you aimed it at her.
Oh no, we were just bitching for the two of us. Like, I can't believe she just did that.
As you should.
Yeah.
Eye rolls and tuts.
Oh God, yeah. We didn't confront the situation.
No, we do it passively.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't confront you and tell you were wrong, but you will be judged.
Absolutely. So yeah, if anyone ever comes over to the UK and you see a line of people, because I know you don't all call them a queue, but if you see a line of people waiting, do not push in front, join the queue or the line, and wait your turn.
Wait your bloody turn.
Yeah. Because it is something that we strongly feel so passionately about, and it really angers us if anybody pushes in. If you ask politely and everyone's in agreement, then it's okay. But also, there's a chance that they will say no.
Prime example. If you go to a queue and you're only getting one thing in at the till,
yep,
and there's someone in front of you, they have every right to let you cut. But they will do it. You don't cut in and ask. They will ask you.
Yes.
And you always refuse them first. You always say, no, it's all right. And then if they insist, you take them up on it. Because then it doesn't look like you're taking the piss.
Yeah, I agree with that. But also, I think if you have only got the one item and they have said that, I do sometimes say, oh, that's so lovely of you. Thank you.
Oh, always. Yeah, always thank you.
Yeah. But I never refuse them. I always say, "Oh my goodness, thank you. That's very kind of you."
I only ever refuse if it's like an older person who's got like maybe 6 or 7 things. Yeah. If someone's done their weekly shop and it's piled up on the conveyor belt and they're like, "Go ahead of me."
Yeah.
I'm not refusing that. I'm like, "Yes, thank you." Yep. Out.
Yeah.
But if it's like usually if it's an older generation, they've only got a handful of things as well. I don't mind waiting behind them, but if you're doing your weekly shop and I'm stuck behind you just wanting to get a pack of sausages, I'm like, please let me cut in. Please let me cut in. For the love of God, I've only got this one thing.
But most people do. To be fair, most people do. I mean, you get the occasional person who won't, or they'll pretend they've not noticed, or we call them the assholes of the world. But yeah, otherwise. But yeah, what's your prescription one?
I got fined by the NHS, and I think I've worked out why.
Ah, so I sort of know this, but I don't know the full story.
Basically, it's over whether my prescription is covered or not, because unfortunately, I have to receive universal credit. I do work on the side, but it's all confirmed. I get the lowest amount of universal credit, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not fleecing the system. But basically, my prescription is partly covered, or it's supposed to be. And it's only till I've recently been fined twice for £120. So I owe the NHS £240, which thankfully they're letting me pay off monthly. And the annoying thing was the woman on the end of the phone when I got the second fine, because I confirmed that it was getting a fine. She said, "Oh, would you not want the exemption paperwork?" And I said, "Well, why should I? Because I should technically already be covered under my universal credit."
Yeah, because I mentioned that to you as well, didn't I?
Yeah, so it's like, no, you have to get an extra exemption. Well, how much will that be? £120.
So now you owe 600 and... No.
300. Well, it would be. Yeah. It's going to be. I will have paid the NHS £360.
Yeah.
And again, the exemption fee is every year, so I'm going to have to pay them £120 a year to get my prescriptions covered.
Can you not go through the route of getting an exemption card through the doctor, or is that not covered under your cases? Because bollocks. Because where I'm diabetic, I've got the exemption card.
Yours is technically life-threatening.
Yeah.
Because without your medication, you will die, regardless of, your actions.
Yeah.
With mine being mental health, the odds of me dying are all self-inflicted.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count on the same severity.
Yeah. That sucks. Well, I mean, it's,
No, it makes it's
Yeah.
Frustratingly, logically it makes sense. Emotionally and morally, it's wrong.
Yeah.
But I get it. But yeah, what was your other Codswallop?
So, obviously Christmas, New Year.
A wonderful time.
Yes, a couple of holidays before as well. Basically, Mr. Socks has suddenly become very, very frightened of fireworks. And so fireworks is my big one. I mean, it frustrates the hell out of me that either we can have private sales or that it's not mandatory that they have to buy the silent ones. So it's all the sparkle and no the bang. But no, he took I'd say it was about 2 weeks ago that he finally settled down about the fireworks. So today's the 23rd. So it's probably, around about, I'm just having a look quickly. It was around about the 9th of January. It took him to settle down with regards to, at say 5 o'clock, when we normally go out for like toilet break and things like that, and I go for a cigarette, and he would come out with me absolutely fine. But because of that memory of the fireworks and being so scared of it and everything and being very, very panicky with it all, he like absolutely refused to go out. So it was kind of, we had to literally take him out with a lead on.
Oh.
So he would use the bathroom sort of thing. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, I hate it. It's not just for animals though. It's like, what if you've got, somebody who's been in the army who's got PTSD or whatever? I just think, can't we just go the route of the silent ones?
I think for me, again, I've got friends of mine who are ex-army and have suffered with PTSD. I think the time that bothers me is when you can't see them.
Yeah.
Like, something that I've noticed locally to me is we've been getting a lot more fireworks just randomly going off over the same period of time. Like, come November, in the build up to November the 5th, there's fireworks going off randomly. And when you can't see them and you just hear them, that's the problem I have. I don't mind people having firework displays and having loud ones if I'm there to participate in it.
Yeah.
Every night I expect my neighbours to be setting off fireworks. Some do. Most of us gather. We have 2 patches of grassland in our streets.
Yeah.
And they'll build a communal bonfire, and we have like a communal display.
Yeah.
It's not run by the council. It's just naturally started to happen.
Yeah, which is
that
nice.
I don't mind, because again, we kind of get it all out of our system. But every now and then, for me, it's the fireworks going off just randomly that always gets me going as well, because I have anxiety as well. So suddenly hearing a loud bang when you're not expecting it, you're not there to observe one, it does rattle you. But the weird thing I've got is Lister doesn't care, and neither does Murphy. And it's the funniest thing. Murphy watches, and I don't know whether that's just because he's young, because for him, he's always on guard no matter what. So I think the noise doesn't surprise him, but he genuinely watches the fireworks going up.
Yeah.
And I've caught him once or twice just staring into the sky.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Socks used to be like that. I think it's possibly that we've made the error as well, because we thought he was absolutely fine with fireworks. There was a display on, so we took him down to, like, it's on the beachfront, and so there was crowds of people and stuff like that. So I think, unfortunately, we may have set him off with regards to the fireworks and things like that. But sort of done it very, very accidentally. Of course, didn't mean to do it on purpose. Of course,
and unfortunately, he is getting a bit older.
Exactly,
and it's that thing of, he may have been, again, I say this now, Murphy may be the same. He might be all right with it now, but come another 6 years, as he starts getting towards end of his life, then he might change and become more scared of it. It comes with age as well, so it's difficult to say. Yeah,
you're right. It might be an age thing, because I know that when Graham's phone goes off, I think I've said it in the past, that when he gets a text message, it goes choo choo. But when Socks hears that, he goes panic. He freezes. He panics, and then he runs to either me or my mum, as if to say, "What the hell was that? What was that?" So
Oh no, Graham's going to talk.
Yeah. Choo, choo. And my final one, and then we'll get on to the nice big one, which is I'm going to have to be a little bit cautious with how I'm saying this because I really don't want to offend anyone, but at the same time, I'm very annoyed by it as well, equally. So
yeah,
yeah, because it's Codswallop. So there's a group that I'm with, and
well, there's your first problem.
yeah, exactly. Well, it's all about like sharing posts and things like that, trying to help, the indie podcasters and stuff like that. So now there's one chat that's just for chatting, and then there's another there's another group which is for your posts, and it's to keep it separate so that nothing gets lost and also gets, But there's a certain amount of people who keep posting the retweets in the chatting one. And it's like, it's the same people. I mean, technically they've stopped now. So it seems to be, touch wood, it seems to be all right. But it's just been so frustrating for me because I'm a little bit OCD. I don't know if you've ever noticed that at all about me, but yeah, he's giving me the eyebrows, so I think he knows.
Trust me, we spot one another.
Yeah, exactly. But it's when it's like, I know it's not supposed to be there, and it's like, why are you there? And it's like, be in the right place. So it's definitely a me Codswallop, but
and you don't want to be that person who's constantly nagging the other people, being like, we really shouldn't post that in here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we really shouldn't be posting that in here, and everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Stop making the same mistake.
But the funny part is that other people in the group are clearly a bit annoyed, or were clearly a bit annoyed by it, because obviously it's settled down now. But so they were taking screenshots of my post saying, "Please, can you stop nicely?" And then there was some that were a bit more aggressive, a bit more like me. And, but yeah, and they were taking screenshots and they were reposting the screenshot of, so to say, come on now, let's do it right. But I was like, for God's sake, can't just write what you want to write, not use my words against me.
Yeah, it's like, stop showing off the fact I was a Karen once.
Yeah, once. I'm a cowbag all the time, but not a Karen.
Yeah, but I do get it. I do get it because again, something I noticed is with social media, especially, I miss old groups.
Yeah.
On Facebook, when you had a group and that was all you talked about, and you had an admin who would tell you off if you did something, so you could go and discuss things.
Yeah.
I miss those old days where it was like the early days of the internet before everything was just open for everyone. We actually had dedicated spaces where it was like, and people seem to follow the rules. But now it's just a complete free for all, and it's like, I want to log off half the time, even though I know it's a useful tool.
Yeah.
Part of me just went, I've had enough of this. I want to go back to the old. Like, I recently joined a Lego brick builders forum, old school forum.
Oh.
Yeah. You can set up your profile, and all we talk about is Lego. That is it, and it's brilliant.
Great, yeah.
But the problem is not enough people use it. So I feel like I'm having this conversation with the same three people because we're all old school.
Yeah.
We love the format, but we can't get the newer people into it.
Yeah.
So it's really frustrating because I'm like, I want to talk to people about stuff and I don't want to drag other things into it.
Yeah. I wonder if it's worth having a word with like your daughter, or because she's around the age. No. I was just thinking that she might be able to advise.
She's a child. Have you tried speaking to them lately?
No, I haven't got any. I don't need them.
They're ridiculous.
I was just thinking that maybe she could say like a way to sort of engage the other people or whatever, but I don't know.
She barely engages me when I text her.
Oh, well, there you go.
I've got no chance. I've got no chance.
Like I said last week, a couple of years and she'll realise that you're the coolest person in the world. So don't worry.
Oh, I know.
It's coming.
I know.
Yeah.
And I look forward to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, shall we finish on a high note?
Oh, we should get into the big Codswallop. I can't wait.
Oh.
Take it away.
You ready for this, tadpoles?
Yes, I am.
Great. We have one tadpole who sounds like a meth puppet.
Yes, I am.
So, I have a lovely terraced house. It has a lovely bay window that we love putting the Christmas tree in.
Mm.
We haven't been able to do it this year because it's been leaking. And it's been the worst kind of leak, where it's been a slow leak.
Oh, God.
And I discovered it when I came downstairs and there was a 4-foot puddle in my living room.
Oh, my goodness.
And it had only reared its head after, remember the big storms we had beginning of December?
Yes. Yeah.
That's when it started rearing its head. So we paid someone to come out and they refelted the roof, which I felt naturally was going to be enough work. About a week later, we had some more rain, no change. In fact, it got worse.
Yeah.
The rain has now soaked into the plasterboard, and I have 3 holes in my roof where the plasterboard's gone soggy and fallen away from the roof. So I rang him back, and they came back and they did more work. This naturally got me a little wary because I was like, well, why didn't you do this in the first place?
Yep.
So they came back, did the extra work, and then it leaked it again. Same places, same volume. It was, at this point, I was sick of working with the first person because the person I spoke to on the phone wasn't the person who would come out and do the work. Yes, Gemma.
I was going to ask, when they came back the second time, did you have to pay them again?
No.
Okay.
But it still kind of didn't excuse it for me because I was like, well, why didn't you do this extra work in the first place if you're not charging me for it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was just double checking that you weren't getting overcharged.
No extra money.
Yeah.
No extra money because, again, and he kept telling me this sob story of, oh, it's the first time this has ever happened. I highly doubt that for some reason, especially when we spoke to the second roofer who came with the house insurance, because this was getting closer and closer to Christmas.
Yeah.
And instead of a Christmas tree, I had a Christmas tub that was sat on the floor on a towel collecting rainwater.
And also,
we did put some tinsel. We did put some tinsel around it to make it Christmassy.
Yeah, oh, bless. But also, it was really an emotional time as well, in the sense that, you know, you were worried and stressed about it, weren't you?
It's the middle of Christmas. We got other shit to deal with. My wife ended up having practically a meltdown over it. She still kind of wants to sell the house, and I kind of don't blame her.
Yeah.
But it's what we do in the meantime. It's what we do afterwards that is kind of a big question mark. So we're still debating that. We're going to get the roof done and then see how she feels. So yeah, we rang the insurance, tried to claim it on the house insurance. They said that they wouldn't cover it because officially we've had work done.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not an act of it's not an act of God because we've had shoddy work done doesn't mean that it's covered. The house insurance won't replace the roof. Yeah. We will have to do that of our own accord. And I was okay with that because he said that we didn't have to pay the excess for them to come out and look at it. So he said it's better this way because at least it doesn't go down as a claim.
Yeah.
But he came out, and the roofer that came from the house insurance people showed me a video of the brand new felt, and he literally was just pulling it apart with his fingers.
Oh, for God's sake!
He said it's not even stuck down properly. He said it's adhered in some places, but not entirely. And for some reason, the guy who came, he's done it as kind of patchwork in like little squares. So he was showing me, he was putting his hands on either side of the seam, and just pulling it apart with minimal effort. So finally, just before New Year, we managed to get a guy to come down and have a quote. Really nice guy. He came down. He's given us a quote, but the second guy pissed me off because we got multiple quotes.
Yeah.
The second guy who turned up didn't even turn the engine off in his van.
Oh, for God's sake!
He took 2 photos from the ground floor.
Yeah.
Didn't even look inside. Didn't get a pair of ladders out to look at the actual roof. Just took 2 pictures and went, oh yeah, and we'll do your gutters as well. And then disappeared. Came back with a quote, and it was the exact same work that we'd had done the first time round. Whereas our first guy was like, no, we'll rip the whole thing off. We'll start again. We'll make sure that the roof is attached and sealed to the sandstone, because we've got sandstone on the front of our house. Yeah. So he said, it's a good concrete bay. We'll make sure it's all adhered, and we'll put a brand new roof on it. He's charging us about 1,200 quid, but he's also going to replaster the living room ceiling. So I'm not complaining, because it sounds like it's going to be a proper job.
And that's
complete job of it.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Because it's like, although you're obviously you don't want to pay that amount of money. Nobody does. But at the same time, if you know and you trust that person is actually going to do the job that they're telling you that they're going to do, which obviously trust is probably a hard thing to get at the moment, because you've obviously been let down by a lot of other people. But, if you feel comfortable with them and you feel like they're going to actually do the job, then in some ways it is worth it, isn't it?
Well, when my wife rang him to get the quote, he actually told her that he wouldn't be able to come out because he's on a refresher course on how to do flat roofs, which is exactly what we're asking for.
Oh, wow.
So it was actually, yeah. So my wife was actually really happy with it, because she was like, that's perfect, because that's what we want you to do. So go and do your course, and when you're finished, come and have a look at our room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
yeah, I'm not sure when it's getting done. Yeah. Obviously, it's unfortunately weather dependent.
Yeah, it's a nice sunny day today. I can see by your cheek, but
well, it's not actually. It's raining.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Annoyingly, it's clear, but it's raining.
Oh, okay.
So that's the kind of thing we're going to have to try and avoid. So hopefully it's going to be sometime in Feb.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Hopefully in February I'll have a brand new roof, and that's one less thing for me to worry about. And then I might put the tree up just for 1 week in the middle of February. I'm going to have my Christmas tree up. Why? Because I didn't at Christmas.
It could be your Valentine's Christmas tree. Or Valentine's tree.
I'll just put the red decorations on.
Yeah.
That was the worst part. Just like, because my wife was even like, "Oh, why don't we just put the tree up and put some lights on?" I went, because it's leaking onto electrics.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, that's not the brightest idea, my dear.
No, I'm sure she didn't want to hear that, though. I'm sure you didn't say it in that tone either.
No. But again, it was that thing of, it's always a bit weird when if my daughter's not here for Christmas, we tend not to put the tree up, because usually she arrives afterwards.
Yeah.
So we either put it up very late, or in some cases we don't even do it. But when she's here for Christmas, we make sure the tree is up, and then we decorate it the first night she gets here.
Yeah.
Even though she's nearly 15, we still wait for her and let her, and we decorate it all together.
Oh, I think it's lovely. It's a nice little tradition. So, but on a plus side, at least she wasn't here this year for Christmas. So, in some ways it was kind of like, that wasn't extra.
It wasn't ruined by, it wasn't an extra thing to be ruined by the leaky roof.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for putting that sentence into my mouth, or into your own mouth, but, saying what I actually wanted to say.
I'm not putting anything in your gob.
It's clean. I brush my teeth. Well, James, I think I feel much better now. I've got a lot of those out of my system even.
Me too.
Yeah, good. Well, hopefully we've entertained the salted tadpoles, and if we haven't, I'm sorry again.
We'll do better next time.
Yeah, we'll try. So I think we've been talking enough Codswallop for sure this week.
Mm-hmm.
I have been Gemma.
And I have been James.
Yay! Well done!
Yay! Bye, guys!
Bye!
This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.